Alright, let's see how sharp you really are. Today, we're testing your knowledge of professional grading. 10 questions, no hints, no second chances. Some of these statements sound completely true, but only collectors who really understand grading will get them all right. I'll give you the statement. You decide, fact or fiction? Think fast, trust your instincts, and keep score. Because this one gets tricky. Ready? Let's test your knowledge. Question 1. Here's your first statement. A collectible graded 10 is always completely flawless. The answer is fiction. A Gem Mint 10 is extremely high quality, but not necessarily perfect under every condition. Tiny print defects, minor manufacturing issues, or microscopic imperfections can still exist. Professional grading companies evaluate condition using strict standards, but a 10 does not always mean absolute perfection, and that surprises many collectors. Question 2. Next statement. Professional grading can increase the value of a collectible. The answer is fact. Grading creates confidence. It confirms authenticity and establishes condition. A highly graded collectible often becomes more desirable because buyers trust the evaluation. But remember, grading doesn't magically create rarity. The collectible still needs demand. Condition matters, but the market matters too. Question 3. Let's continue. Two identical collectibles submitted to the same grading company will always receive the same grade. The answer is fiction. This one catches people off guard. Professional grading still includes human judgment. Even experienced graders may interpret tiny flaws differently. One submission may receive a higher grade than another, even when the collectibles appear nearly identical. That's why some collectors resubmit cards hoping for better results. Question 4. Pay attention to this one. A sealed collectible automatically guarantees a high grade. The answer is fiction. Sealed does not mean perfect. A factory-sealed collectible can still have defects, bad centering, surface scratches, corner wear, or packaging damage. Collectors often assume sealed equals mint, but grading companies inspect the actual condition, not just the seal. Question 5. We're halfway there. Professional grading companies also authenticate collectibles. The answer is fact. Authentication is one of the biggest reasons grading became so important. Counterfeit collectibles are everywhere. Fake cards, fake autographs, fake packaging, fake memorabilia. Professional grading companies help verify legitimacy before assigning grades. That slab isn't just protection, it's trust. Question 6. Let's raise the difficulty. Small details can completely change a collectible's grade and value. The answer is fact. One tiny flaw can dramatically impact grading. A surface scratch, a print line, a soft corner, a centering issue, even tiny imperfections matter. That's why experienced collectors inspect collectibles very carefully before submitting them. In grading, details are everything. Question 7. This one catches people off guard. Experienced graders often focus on small details casual collectors completely miss. The answer is fact. Professionals don't just glance at collectibles. They inspect edges, surface gloss, print alignment, texture, color consistency, and microscopic wear. Collectors who understand grading know tiny details often separate average grades from elite grades. Question 8. Stay focused. There's more to grading than what you immediately see. The answer is fact. Some flaws are difficult to spot. Surface damage may only appear under certain lighting. Alterations can sometimes be subtle, and hidden defects may dramatically affect value. That's why professional grading uses detailed inspection processes. The sharpest collectors know. You must look beyond the obvious. Question 9. Almost there. A collectible that looks perfect at first glance is always easy to grade. The answer is fiction. This is a classic trap. Some collectibles appear flawless, but hidden problems may exist. Surface scratches, restoration, alterations, centering issues, or subtle defects invisible in photos. That's why grading can become extremely challenging, and why collectors should never judge condition too quickly. Question 10. This is the final question, and it's the one that surprises most people. A professionally graded collectible is guaranteed to become more valuable over time. The answer is fiction. This is one of the biggest misconceptions in collecting. Professional grading helps establish authenticity, condition, and market confidence, but it does not guarantee investment success. Markets change, demand changes, trends change. Some collectibles skyrocket in value, others lose momentum. The smartest collectors understand this. Grading is a tool, not a guarantee, and long-term value depends on rarity, demand, timing, and the overall market. All right, how did you do? Drop your score in the comments. Be honest, 8 or more? You're ahead of most collectors. Less than that? Now you know what many collectors still miss. Professional grading can completely change how collectibles are valued, but only if you understand what the grades really mean. Hit like, subscribe, and come back for the next challenge. Because knowing more is how collectors stay ahead. And if you're serious about collectibles, join MPC My Premium Collection. Track your collection, showcase your favorites, and connect with collectors worldwide.